You likely don't have a hormone problem. You have a lifestyle problem. Welcome to Real Talk with Coach Derrek. My name is Derrek Evie. I am the owner of Hercules Nutrition and Training. I have been a health, fitness, nutrition coach for 13 years. And over that time period, me and my team have pulled nearly 47,000 pounds off people. We've won bodybuilding shows. We fixed every biomarker and lab marker you can think of, worked with almost every condition. And I have a lot of really hands-on experience with the stuff I'm going to talk about. So today, what I want to talk about is the overdiagnosis and the overexaggeration and this massive wave of people who use PCOS, thyroid disorders, hormone dysfunction, all of these different things is the reason they can't get healthy and they can't lose weight. And to be very clear, these conditions are real. I'm not going to sit here and say these things aren't real. But the problem is that most of the time people misunderstand how little these things actually affect fat loss, and they overcredit these things for why they're stuck. And the truth is that in almost all cases, this is a chicken and the egg scenario. It's a mix up of the cause and effect of the situation. Most people look at a situation and go, I am unhealthy and overweight because of PCOS. The reason I can't stop being overweight and unhealthy is because of PCOS, or fill in any other of these hormonal conditions. And the truth of the matter is that's just not true. The truth is that the reason you're overweight and unhealthy is the same reason you have PCOS or thyroid dysfunction or any other hormone issues. And it's because you have horrible, shitty lifestyle factors. Like I said, if you get poor sleep, if you have low movement, if you have high stress, if you're overeating, if you're eating ultra processed food, if you have insulin resistance, if you have years of bad habits, all of these things add up to one, being overweight. Two, being unhealthy. And three, conditions starting to pop up across the board that like these hormonal dysfunctions. People don't just get heart disease from being healthy. They're unhealthy for years and years and years, and then they get heart disease. And this is what we're talking about here, is that people are giving themselves these conditions and then using the condition as the reasoning that they're in the place they are, which is backwards. And the truth of the matter, which is really cool and should make you feel relief, is that when you fix the lifestyle factors that are making you overweight and unhealthy, you'll almost always find that the PCOS, thyroid disorder, all these conditions go away right with it. So we have people all the time. Like I said, 70% of the people that sign up with us nowadays say they have a condition. They have long stories and long explanations of how they've tried everything and everything never worked because of this condition and how they were actually diagnosed by the doctor. So let's break this down in a couple different ways. So one, we work with these people all the time. And when we custom calculate their plans, just the same way we do for everybody else, they lose weight just the same as everybody else. There's no slower rev rate because of their PCOS or their thyroid disorder. There's no slower weight loss or health improvement rate because of this hormonal dysfunction. They almost always, in a 95 percentile case, get healthy just as fast and just as easily as everybody else. And it's because it was never the thing holding them back. It was just the general unhealthy lifestyle factors that were holding them back in all the categories. So that's one. So a lot of people will also say things like, well, my doctor diagnosed me. And I get that. Once again, you're going to trust the doctor. You think you should. I don't know if you should, but you think you should. Problem is that your doctor is just going to look at symptoms and they're going to diagnose you based on symptoms. And the funny thing is that the same symptoms that you get from being overweight and unhealthy tend to show up as the same symptoms you get from these different conditions. And also, it's kind of entertaining that if you look at the solutions that these pamphlets doctors will give you for fixing obesity or fixing diabetes or fixing PCOS or fixing any of these other hormonal conditions, they're all the same. They're just lifestyle improvements. Because once again, this is a created situation through unhealthy lifestyle, not the reason for unhealthy lifestyle. As we fix one, the domino effects will fix all, which is awesome. So there is some comfort in that for you guys, and knowing that at the end of the day, things are going to be fine. So like I said, people at the end of the day, they gain weight, they feel awful, they get inflamed, they're super sedentary lifestyle, they have bad sleep habits, they have bad sleep hygiene, they're eating bad processed junk, they're insulin resistant, and those things are going to make you unhealthy. They're going to make you unhappy. They're going to make you overweight. They're going to make you sick. And sickness doesn't show up as sickness. It shows up as a thing. Like, heart disease, like I said, doesn't come about in a day. It comes about over time and being unhealthy. And this is the same thing. In the same way heart disease can get better over time as you get healthier, so can all these conditions. So, and also worth noting here that even for those people who really do have these conditions, like really, really do have the real genuine version of this. Like when you see a thin girl who has these same issues, when you have a guy who struggles gaining weight, but he has these issues. So it's not an overweight issue. A lot of times it still relates to unhealthy lifestyle factors. Thin people can be super unhealthy too. It's less common that they're unhealthy, but it is still possible that they're healthy. So unhealthy lifestyle factors can still affect it. But even if you are in that category, like I said, we're doing, even in the studies, like, having these conditions doesn't actually hinder weight loss completely. It doesn't hinder getting healthy completely. It's just a minor setback in it, in the sense that maybe you're going to lose 2 pounds this week instead of 3, but it's not lose 0 pounds instead of 3. And with our clients, I find that they just lose 3 pounds, just like everybody else loses their 3 pounds in this exact imagined scenario. So as you hear this, if this feels like an attack, don't let it be an attack. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to understand that whether this is real for you, a misdiagnosis for you, or any of these factors for you, that you can be fixed. And the same things that'll fix this condition that you're dealing with are the same things that'll fix your body and the same things that'll fix your health. And those are the things that you should really be focusing on. And if you take the lifestyle factor seriously, all of it will get better at the end of the day. And if you need any extra help, you can always reach out to all the coaches here at Hercules. We're always here to help in any way we can. But we'll see you guys again in the next video.